Hello, this is Dr. Peter Trzop, and I was just contacted by a student about the idea of citing and developing research. And I'm going to make this one very specific in the title, Cite and Develop, because sometimes these ideas get woven into multiple concepts and ideas in each video. So that's a good idea, and I want to make sure I was responsive to that. The idea is that when we write academic paragraphs, 4 to 6 sentences, I call it the Goldilocks effect, and that's a video. And I think sometimes I say 4 to 5, but basically it's 4 to 6. Okay, so the idea though is we probably want to cite somewhere in that paragraph, maybe once or twice, and that helps anchor it and develop it and provide that analysis. Having said that, once we cite, we make sure we cite it correctly with the APA guides, the videos, out Purdue. Most schools have a APA site or a writing center that can help you. But we got to make sure we do it right. And, quotes are word for word. We quote them, and then we use a page number after the year in APA. I like APA. I call it the lazy way to cite and reference, but it's more effective than some of the stuff. Like I used to use Tradian, Chicago, MLL. Those are just painful after you use APA. So the idea is once you do cite that, citing doesn't cover the whole paragraph. It doesn't cover from the top to bottom, bottom to top. It covers the sentence attached to it. And we want to cite and then develop. That's a good way of spacing. So if you say, well, what if I want to cite multiple things in a paragraph? Cite, develop, cite, develop, cite, develop. And that might make for a long paragraph, but at least you show your analysis after you cite. Once you show your analysis after you cite, then you can cite again or develop more. But it shows your analysis. When you cite everything in a paragraph, it doesn't really show that you know anything, or if you cite at the end and say it covers it, it doesn't really show your analysis. It just shows that you can research and put it in a paper. Where's your analysis? So when you cite something, you're not going to write afterwards and say, well, let me explain why I did this, or this means this. You're just going to extend the idea of what you cited, or maybe even make it applicable to, say, a company or structure or a study that you're doing. You can transfer the ideas over. You can develop the ideas and cite, but if you develop afterwards, you can show examples and things like that. So there's a lot of benefits to citing and developing that shows professors you're incorporating ideas and you're synthesizing things, you're creating your own concepts, or you're being influenced by things to apply them. It shows learning. Okay, so that's very, very important. So that's why professors like that, and they like to see that. And it really helps us to say, okay, I think they connected the dots here. Not all the time, but at least it shows something in writing that encourages us to believe you actually thought about it. Okay, that's the idea. So if there's anything else, drop me a line. Good topic, and best of luck.